All right, y'all. If I grab your attention, we'll get started. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to our 4th Annual Raider Sports Awards. My name is Trent Hansen, Assistant Principal and Director of Athletics and Activities here at HHS. This event is intended to celebrate the distinguished participation and accomplishments of our athletes, coaches, and teams. Integrating an event like this at the end of a calendar year, of course, is challenging. We have countless in-season athletic games, music concerts, awards banquets, and graduation events that are all on the schedule as we fly towards the summer. We continue to choose this time as the best of our available options to avoid as many conflicts as possible and include as many kids and teams as we possibly can. For that reason, our awards tonight will honor accomplishments from the last completed spring season of 2025, as well as this fall and winter of the current 25-26 school year. And admittedly, this is a fluid time of the year, so even with multiple rounds of proofs and edits, there may be an accidental omission or a typo in your actual printed program. Our coaches and staff have worked hard to get this thing as close as possible to exactly right as we roll. So we thank you for your grace and understanding in that regard. We are excited to honor and highlight the best of Raiders athletics across 20 different categories, which will include over 100 individuals, 9 teams, and 8 coaches. And these awards are representative of an exciting athletics culture. And at HHS, we are proud members of the Minnesota State High School League and the Metro East Conference, where we offer 29 independent sports and 3 adapted programs that result in over 70 different teams competing across all 3 sports seasons. 650 different students participate in at least one sport at our school, and they're led by over 100 different head and assistant coaches. Our school will host 400 home games alone in a single school year, which makes our campus a dynamic and vibrant place to be. We also have exciting department-wide trends to highlight. 50% of our student body participates in at least one school-sponsored sport, and 45% of those students participate in more than one. Our average retention rate across all sports and levels is 80%, and the average team GPA is over 3.30. Our student survey positivity rate is over 90% for the 5th consecutive year, and our cumulative head-to-head winning percentage at the varsity level is 60% in the conference and 55% overall. Student support partnerships include mental training with Dr. Cinder Kampoff and her team at Minnesota State University in Mankato, and sports medicine with Twin Cities Orthopedics. We're also proud of our locally developed commitment to community service and supporting partner teams. The athletic programs at HHS are goal-oriented and purpose-driven. Our goals are outcome-based. We plan, we practice, we play to win. Our purpose is to offer diverse sports opportunities that develop character and community. We maintain a commitment to 6 core values: integrity, sportsmanship, work ethic, the whole person, multi-sport athletes, and fun. And we are successful when athletes develop lifelong relationships and Raiders values. They make growth towards their performance objectives, and they contribute positively to the Hastings community. So this evening, you're going to be witness to athletes and teams and coaches that have achieved tremendous goals. But most importantly, they have done it in ways that achieve our collective purpose. It's also why we engage in an event like this together to witness and celebrate the breadth and depth of both growth and accomplishment across all 4 grades and all 3 sports seasons. And a unique collaborative event like this just doesn't happen at most high schools, so we certainly hope that you enjoy the comprehensive and collaborative approach of the agenda and program. So, to get us started, I'd like to invite Adam Gerlach to the stage to provide our alumni guest message. I was fortunate to overlap with Adam in my earliest days as a Raiders teacher and coach when he was a high school student athlete. He was born and raised in Hastings and is a proud graduate of the class of 2000. And Adam's athletic career stands among the most accomplished in Raiders history. So if you haven't paid attention yet, now's the time to listen, okay? Adam's a 3-sport standout in hockey, football, and baseball. He earned all state honors in all 3 sports and was named the Minnesota Prep Sports Athlete of the Year. During his time in Hastings, he helped lead the Raiders to 6 state tournament appearances across 3 different sports, including an incredible calendar year run in 1999 that featured 3 consecutive state championship game appearances in hockey, baseball, and football, which was highlighted by a state championship victory in baseball. Following high school, Adam continued his athletic career at the highest levels. He played one season of junior hockey in the USHL before competing for 4 years of Division I hockey at Minnesota State University in Mankato, where he played in the NCAA National Tournament. He later spent 7 years as a Red Bull athlete, representing Team USA and Red Bull Crashed Ice as one of just 4 national team members. Adam has also made a lasting impact through coaching, contributing 38 seasons across youth hockey, football, baseball, and soccer. Professionally, he has spent the last 19 years with 3M in sales and marketing. Adam and his wife, Brianna, have been married for 22 years and live in Woodbury, where they have raised 3 children. Joey is currently playing football at the University of Minnesota. Gabby is a nursing student at Minnesota State Mankato. And Bo is here with us tonight, and he's in middle school. So Adam, come on down to the stage, man. Gotta give him a shout out. You know what I mean? That's it.
All right, Trent, thank you for that introduction. I'm truly honored to be a part of tonight, and congratulations to all the student athletes here tonight. So I have 4 slides. They're all pictures. I think you can appreciate that. When Trent asked me to speak, he kind of said, hey, go over how sports impacted your life and how it made you who you are. So I wanted to start with some of the Little Raiders days and some of the Bantam and Pee Wee hockey and so on and so forth. And luckily, my father kept almost every news clipping, every picture. He's definitely a great man. But with that, I came across some other pictures as well, maybe not so great memories. And I had to put in the upper right-hand corner, this is what it was like going to elementary school in the early 90s era. So that's a twin shirt tucked into elastic jeans. And what you don't see is a lunch pail that could feed about 2 to 3 families and a bright backpack that had MC Hammer Time on it. So, next slide. So, this made me really reflect on, again, what sports meant to me. And, just to be blunt, as I was growing up, the best way to explain it is I lived in a little bit of a kind of a circus house. My parents loved me, but we had the reign to do what we wanted to do. At 13 years old, my parents got divorced, and I was splitting time with them. And I had no curfew, very limited rules, and a lot of you may think that sounds really great, but it's not. I needed to be held accountable. I needed a schedule. I needed responsibility, and that's what sports did for me. You had a lot of teammates that were in it together, right? Trying to win that next game, practicing as hard as we can, trying to win a conference championship, trying to win a state tournament, whatever that meant. And it was really special to be with the guys that all had a shared common goal, which, by the way, as you get older, you continue to be part of teams, whether it's your family, whether it's a work setting where you are on a team trying to strive for the best. And sports gave me that opportunity to experience at a very young age. Next slide. So, as Trent mentioned, I did get to live my sports dream of playing Division I hockey, and it was unbelievable. But just like any sports game or any sports in general, things come out of the blue. So what you see in the upper left-hand corner, my wife of 22 years and I were definitely not expecting our first child at the time, but we did. I was a junior early in college, and she was a sophomore early in college. And you might ask yourself, okay, how did sports help you there? How did athletic background help you there? It didn't, not at all. I was not expecting this, and there's no way to prepare for this. But I will say that we both graduated in 4 years. We used to pass Joey off when I was done with class and she was going to class. I used to bring Joey to class at night. In a similar setting like this until he'd make too much noise where he'd have to leave. So yes, it did not prepare me for it, but it did help me develop the work ethic and the grit and the step up and do another rep mentality. And to this day, when I'm asked, what are you most proud of? A lot of people say, being a parent, and that is true for me, but specifically, it's the way my wife and I tackled this moment in our life. We put our best foot forward, and again, with that work ethic and grit, did the best we could. Next slide. And the last slide. So I coached Again, 38 seasons, so I know how long I have a crowd. So it's been over 25 years since I graduated high school. I can't just thinking about that out loud. It's just incredible. And I'm not wise, but I have become a bit wiser. And as I think for all you athletes, again, how did this shape me? How are sports shaping you right now? I go to how when I interview people and hire people to this day, what do I look for? Well, I love hiring athletes. And why is that? Well, a couple reasons. I'll go over two. There's many reasons. But the first one is really just how coachable you are. So all your life, you're here right now because you're a pretty darn good athlete. But it's also because you're coachable. Your ability can only take you so far. And I tell all my young athletes that even the best individuals in their sport, the best golfers, best baseball players, you name it, they all have swing coaches. Still to this day, they're the best in the world, and they still have swing coaches. I mean, what does that tell you right there? Not only are they coachable, but they're asking for it. They're craving more coaching. And that just doesn't stop in sports or in the work world, whatever your next step is, it moves on your whole life. I'm still getting coached to this day, right? And it's not, again, just sports or work. It's relationships, whether you're a brother, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may be, right? Continue to grow and continue to take on coaching. And then the last thing I'll just say is being a competitor. I love hiring athletes, and I love the athletic background because you compete to win. I am by no means the smartest individual in the world, but what helped me get through everything into where I am right now is not wanting to lose. And I feel like I see it more than ever, where it's starting to almost get looked upon as maybe, I think the term is try hard. I've heard my kids say try hard multiple times. Oh, that guy's a try hard. I don't know when it's ever been looked down upon to try as hard as you can in anything, athletics, a school project, whatever it may be. Compete, do the best you can. Be the best person you can be in anything that you do moving forward. And you being here today tells me that you've done that to date, so continue on as you move along to your next step. So with that said, congratulations everyone, and have a great night.
All right. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. And now we're going to dive in. Here's the format for the event. First, we're going to recognize individuals across 12 different categories. Those will be followed by the team awards, and then coach recognition will follow. A series of different coaches will take turns introducing each award category from the right podium as they look at the stage. The traffic flow is important, so athletes and presenters, I would ask you to please find your program and pay specific attention to the order of awards and the recipient names. When your award category is up next, that's your cue to stand and make your way to the right to prepare for your recognition in the next category. And you're not going to get a prompt or a reminder from the microphone or the stage, so please just watch the program and move accordingly. You don't have to run or jump over each other, but we got a room full of athletes, so do your best and get there when it's your turn. Coach Jeannie Casel is posted up and will help you get organized, and we'll also introduce you in alphabetical order by last name. So line up and be ready as noted. Seniors, we're warming you up. You got to do the same thing in 3 weeks. When you're introduced, please proceed across the stage, walk to that lectern, and then continue right in the front of the backdrop banner. And as you look at your award category, if there's 4 or 5 of you, be smart and kind of center right in the middle, shoulder to shoulder. If there's 30 of you, work your way out, spread it out. We'll have a little help from the front to help keep you centered. We're going to take some pictures, but work together. If you're a little taller, get to the back. A little shorter, step up in front, right? Pick up the person next to you. Some of you are going to be handed certificates on your way. Others that have already received sports-specific medals or certificates in their events will not receive one, so don't be unnerved if you get one or not. When all the athletes in your category are gathered, we'll snap that photo, and after the photo, you can exit right back behind the curtain, go behind the stage, and you'll come right back in the door that you started in. Some of you are going to be honored with a single award, and we hope that you stay and enjoy the balance of the event. Some of you are going to be honored with more than one award, and some of those categories are pretty close to one another. So if that's you, after your turn, loop around backstage. Ms. Casel will get you lined up, and we'll be ready for you. I will facilitate from here. I'll introduce each award category and speaker and presenter, and we will start with our 3 largest groups, which are the most challenging to fit onto the stage, but are exciting to start the program with, and then we'll proceed from there. So, at this time, if you are in the female 3-sport athlete category, and our first presenters, okay, Ellie and Joe, you guys can get organized. And male 3-sport athletes, you're obviously going to be coming right after this one. So as they kind of make room for you, male 3-sport athletes can kind of make your way that direction. Okay, how are we feeling over there? All right, so here's what we're going to do. Up first, we've got Mrs. Ellie Kirchhoff and Mr. Joe Rebay. They are going to present our 3-sport athletes. Ellie, mic is yours. Take it away.
HHS values and supports multi-sport athletes. While the broad definition of a multi-sport athlete includes anyone who participates in more than one sport, we reserve a special recognition for those students who elect to participate in 3 sports in a single school year. Athletes, as I announce your name, please proceed to the middle of the stage for a group photo. The audience is asked to please hold your applause until after my comments and the picture. At this time, it's my pleasure to present our 2025-26 female 3-sport athletes. Shiloh Ashcraft, volleyball, basketball, and track and field. Savannah Barlow, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Maya Bauer, volleyball, basketball, track and field. Grace Brox, soccer, wrestling, track and field. Piper Brockman, volleyball, basketball, track and field. Adriana Dahlberg, volleyball, wrestling, and lacrosse. Olivia Erickson, soccer, hockey, and track and field. Miriam Garfalo, soccer, Nordic ski, softball. Clara Hockmuth, cross country, basketball, track and field. Kenzie Kraut, hockey, golf, lacrosse. Claire Montgomery, soccer, alpine ski, dance. Catherine Nowak, cross country, alpine ski, track and field. Kira Paulinger, volleyball, wrestling, lacrosse. Amelia Quinn, volleyball, basketball, track and field. Chloe Richardson, volleyball, basketball, track and field. Linnea Ronning, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Lainey Schwieger, volleyball, basketball, golf. And Lauren Wagner, volleyball, basketball, track and field. Over half our student body at HHS participates in at least one school sport, and about 48% of those student athletes are female. From those 300-plus athletes, this distinguished group of only 18 students, or 6% of all female athletes at HHS, participates in 3 sports. Kudos to this group for their unique display of work ethic and teamwork across all 3 seasons.
There you go. Yep, right, just right around the corner. There you go.
At this time, it is my pleasure to announce our 2024-2025 male 3-sport athletes. Audience, please hold your applause until after my final comments and the photo. Athletes, please follow the same format that was just modeled by your peers. When your name is called, please proceed to the middle of the stage. Carson Arness, football, basketball, and golf. Ryder Ashcraft, football, basketball, track and field. Lennox Bauer, soccer, alpine ski, and tennis. Hunter Belford, football, basketball, and tennis. Aiden Berg, football, basketball, lacrosse. Luke Birkin, football, hockey, lacrosse. Donovan Black, football, basketball, track and field. William Carey, cross country, Nordic, track and field. Kevin Clark, football, hockey, golf. Charles Colvin, football, hockey, lacrosse. Finn Cullen, cross country, Nordic, track and field. Adrian Culp, football, basketball, lacrosse. Kaysen Esterby, football, wrestling, lacrosse. Daniel Foss, football, basketball, track and field. Calvin Graham, football, basketball, track and field. Oscar Green, soccer, swim and dive, track and field. Landon Hadler, football, basketball, baseball. Elliot Hagan, football, hockey, track and field. Camden Haley, football, wrestling, baseball. Kaysen Haley, football, wrestling, and baseball. Carter Hansen, football, hockey, lacrosse. Tristan Herbst, cross country, swim and dive, track and field. Carson Herman, football, hockey, baseball. Levi Hoffman, football, wrestling, lacrosse. Samuel Horton, football, wrestling, lacrosse. James Jensen, cross country, swim and dive, track and field. Colin Johnke, football, basketball, baseball. Jacob Keene, football, baseball, track and field. Marshall Lanning, football, basketball, lacrosse. Brock Lundstrom, football, wrestling, and baseball. Carter Lundstrom, football, basketball, baseball. Jack McAlpin, soccer, swim and dive, tennis. Henry Neighbor, soccer, alpine ski, track and field. Cooper Nelson, football, basketball, track and field. Aiden Nestingen, soccer, swim and dive, and tennis. Henrique Novak, football, alpine ski, and golf. Finley Olson, football, wrestling, track and field. Peyton Persky, football, basketball, baseball. Gabriel Peterson, cross country, Nordic, track and field. Caden Rahway, football, wrestling, and golf. Aiden Reuter, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Carter Richardson, football, wrestling, track and field. Thomas Schomer, football, basketball, and baseball. Benjamin Schwanke, cross country, Nordic, track and field. Owen Schwanke, football, basketball, and track and field. Zachary Simon, football, hockey, and baseball. Xavier Spann, cross country, basketball, track and field. Brady Stewart, football, soccer, swim and dive. Parker Stoltz, cross country, Nordic, track and field. Marlo Strain, football, basketball, track and field. Nolan St. Sauver, adapted soccer, adapted floor hockey, and adapted softball. Xavier Tim, football, wrestling, and track and field. David Tyerman, cross country, Nordic, and track and field. Landon Zajac, cross country, Nordic, track and field. The commitment and dedication required to engage in one sport is commendable. 2 sports is incredible, and 3 sports is extraordinary. From the 350-plus males that play at least one sport at HHS, this select group of 52 kids, which is just 15% of all male athletes and a 4-year high, participates in 3 sports. Kudos to this group for their display of work ethic and teamwork across all 3 seasons. Please join me in recognizing our male 3-sport athletes.
Okay, right to the right, buddy, right behind the curtain. There you go. All right, coming next, we're going to invite Ms. Kirchhoff back to the microphone. She is going to present those student athletes that were all conference in multiple sports in the last year.
Hastings High School is a member of the Metro East Conference, featuring 9 schools from across the South and Southeast metro area. Each sport in the MEC has developed policies to recognize the best performers in their activity with the designation of All Conference. In individual sports, All Conference is determined by how an athlete finishes in a championship race or season-ending tournament against their peers. In team sports, All Conference is determined by a vote of the conference head coaches. At this time, it is my pleasure to present those athletes who have earned All Conference in more than one sport. Olivia Erickson, track and field, hockey, soccer. Matthew Foss, basketball, football. Eliana Magnus, track and field, soccer. Aiden Reuter, cross country, Nordic ski. Linnea Ronning, track and field, cross country, Nordic ski. Parker Stoltz, cross country, Nordic ski. All conference recognizes about 15% of the athletes in a given sport overall across the entire conference. While participating and achieving this designation in one sport is awesome, excelling across multiple sports is remarkable. At HHS, we have almost 700 different athletes. Almost 300 of those participate in more than one sport. This distinguished group of 6 raters, representing 1% of all athletes at our school, has achieved all conference designation in more than one sport. Please join me in recognizing our multi-sport all-conference award winners.
Well done. See you later. All right, up next, Mr. Dana Strain will present our Varsity Raider Award winners.
The Raider Award is given on a sport-by-sport basis by our athletic teams. This prestigious recognition is given to the athlete that best embodies and represents our 6 core values on their particular team. Those values are integrity, the whole person, sportsmanship, work ethic, multi-sport athletes, and fun. Our Raider Award winners were selected based on feedback from their peers and coaches in their sport with those collective values in mind. At this time, it is my pleasure to present the Varsity Raider Award winners. Girls Alpine Ski, Addison Maniac. Boys Alpine Ski, William Bauer. Baseball, Charles Wagner. Girls Basketball, Violet Schultz. Boys Basketball, Ryder Ashcraft. Girls Cross Country, Olivia Schuster. Boys Cross Country, Landon Zajac. Football, Barrett Boardman. Boys Golf, John Harris. Girls Hockey, Molly Magnuson, Haley Newton, and Haley Siebenaller. Boys Hockey, Finn Zaruba. Girls Lacrosse, Allison Weinzettel. Boys Lacrosse, Brady Brzezinski. Girls Nordic Ski, Danae Trost. Boys Nordic Ski, Gabriel Peterson. Girls Soccer, Caitlin Wood. Boys Soccer, Brady Stewart. Softball, Sienna McCoy. Girls Swim and Dive, Lila Salzman. Boys Swim and Dive, Samuel Green. Girls Tennis, Sophia Johnson. Boys Tennis, Charlie Jensen. Volleyball, Ella Carlson. Girls Wrestling, Ellie Levine. And Boys Wrestling, Trey Beisel. Athletes, congratulations. Please join me in recognizing our Raider Award winners.
Okay, ladies, you're gonna go right behind the corner. Yep, right there. There you go. Nice job. All right, up next are state tournament qualifiers, and they will be presented by Mr. Jason Gergen and Ms. Brianna Arness.
HHS sponsors 29 different varsity sports, as well as 3 additional adapted sports as part of the Dakota United Cooperative. The Minnesota State High School League sponsors a state tournament in each of those sports. Qualification is typically based on an athlete's overall finish in their section, championship race, or tournament. In most cases, the champion and the runner-up will qualify. In some cases, athletes may also qualify according to an automatic standard qualifying time. It is my pleasure to present our Spring 2025, Fall 2025, and Winter 25-26 state tournament qualifiers. First, from the spring, David Bauer, golf. Maya Bauer, track and field, high jump, triple jump. Isaac Clark, track and field, 300-meter hurdles. Olivia Erickson, track and field, 400-meter dash, section champion. Lucas Foss, track and field, discus, section champion. Gunnar Hanstead, track and field, 400-meter dash. Lane Hoffman, track and field 200-meter dash, section and state champion. Carly Kordowski, track and field 100 and 300-meter hurdles, section champion. Eliana Magnus, track and field 100-meter, 200-meter dash, and long jump, and section champion. Sebastian Strauss, track and field 400-meter dash, section champion, and state champion. Nolan St. Xavier, adapted softball, state champion. Lauren Whitfield, track and field, discus, section champion. Eliana Magnus, Olivia Erickson, Jersey Appert, and Carly Kordowski, track and field 4x200-meter relay. Gunnar Hanstead, Lane Hoffman, Sebastian Strauss, and Cole Zion, track and field 4x200-meter relay. Sebastian Strauss, Gunnar Hanstead, Jonathan Vickney, Jack Cloutier, and Avon Johnson, track and field 4x400-meter relay. In a given year, an individual athlete has only about a 10% chance of qualifying for the state tournament in their sport. Kudos to these spring athletes for their qualification and participation. Please join me in recognizing our spring 2025 state tournament qualifiers.
Okay, David. That's good. You go right there, buddy. Put your steps in. Put your steps in.
Next from the fall, Chloe Arness, section champion, swim and dive, diving state champion. Emma Demlow, swim and dive, 100 backstroke. Kira Fickman, swim and dive, diving. Sophia Kovalenko, 100 fly and 200 IM. Greta Larson, swim and dive, swimming and dive. Linnea Ronning, cross country girls 5K. Parker Stoltz, cross country boys 5K. Nolan St. Salver, adopted soccer state champion. Brooklyn Keller and Reese Keller, girls tennis, doubles section champions. Sophia Kovalenko, Emma Demlow, Lila Salzman, Greta Larson, swimming and diving, 400 free relay. Congratulations to these athletes. Please join me in recognizing our fall 2025 state tournament qualifiers.
Okay, Chloe. You're good. You go right back here, bud. Good job.
Finally, from the winter 2025-2026, William Bainbridge, wrestling, section champion. David Bauer, wrestling, section champion. Trey Beisel, wrestling, section champion. Beckett Edstrom, wrestling, section champion, state champion. Adriana Dahlberg, wrestling, section champion. Avery Levine, wrestling. Ellie Levine, wrestling. Presley McCrae, wrestling. James McNamara, alpine ski. Sullivan McNamara, wrestling. Catherine Nowak, alpine ski. Chloe Richardson, wrestling. Linnea Ronning, Nordic ski. Parker Stoltz, Nordic ski. Mark Svoboda, wrestling, section champion. Emma Taylor, wrestling. Micah Trost, Nordic ski. Lily Watts, wrestling. Trinity Yates, wrestling. As noted, qualifying for the state tournament means that an athlete is rare air. They have qualified to compete as one of the best, against the best, from across the entire state. Hastings High School was proud to have 46 different athletes qualify and participate in an individual state tournament across all 3 seasons, a 4-year high. Congratulations to these winter athletes and those from all 3 seasons for their qualification and participation. Join me in recognizing our winter state tournament qualifiers.
Hey, David. All right, up next are our all-state athletes and academic all-state athletes. They'll be presented by Mr. Jason Cook and Mr. Josh Colvin.
As previously stated, qualifying for a state tournament is an incredible accomplishment. Athletes compete on the biggest stage against the toughest competition at awesome venues. Just qualifying and participating is significant. A select few athletes ultimately perform at such a high level that they are honored as all-state, the best of the best at the state tournament in their sport. It is my pleasure to introduce them at this time. Athletes, regardless of what season you earned your honors, please remain center stage until all athletes from all seasons are together. So first, from spring 2025, Carly Kordowski, track and field. Eliana Magnus, track and field. Olivia Erickson, track and field. Maya Bauer, track and field. Gunnar Henstead, track and field. Lane Hoffman, track and field. And Sebastian Strauss, track and field. Then from fall 2025, Chloe Arness, swim and dive. Sophia Kovalenko, swim and dive. And Sienna Sanchez, soccer. And then from our winter 2025-26 season, Trey Beisel, wrestling. Beckett Edstrom, wrestling. William Bainbridge, wrestling. Lila Ray Likes, dance. Kate Marthaler, dance. Chloe McGree, dance. Catherine Nowak, alpine ski. And Taylor Schulte, dance. While not all sports recognize all-state individuals, many do. For individual sports, all-state recognition is determined by their final place in the race or tournament for their activity. In team sports, all-state recognition is determined by a nomination and two-step voting process at the section and then the state level by head coaches. HHS is proud to honor these 18 different individuals, 2% of all athletes at our school, who were honored as all-state in their particular sport. Join me in congratulating our all-state athletes.
Education-based athletics in our schools are just that, education-based. Students learn life lessons and skills that are transferable to all areas of life, and they learn them in unique ways on a team or the field in ways that are not always possible in a traditional classroom. That said, we are not club or professional sports. Our athletes at HHS are by definition student athletes first. They are students first who must maintain academic standards in the classroom in order to enjoy the privilege of participation in their favorite sport. A select few of our students have excelled at such a high level in the classroom while participating in sports that they have been honored as academic All-State. All-State standards are determined by the Minnesota State High School Coaches Association and have a variety of standards and criteria that vary by sport. It is my pleasure to present 36 student athletes, a 4-year high in this category, who are honored this last year as academic All-State in the last season. Again, athletes stay while all seasons end up getting called. Spring 2025, Maya Bauer, track and field. Piper Brockman, track and field. Jack Cloutier, track and field. Olivia Erickson, track and field. Lucas Foss, track and field. Kaylee Geeson, track and field. Kaylin Jelks, track and field. Riley Kimmis, track and field. Carly Kordowski, track and field. Eliana Magnus, track and field. Sienna McCoy, softball. Lauren Meyer, softball. Rachel Notch, softball. Linnea Ronning, track and field. Olivia Schuster, track and field. Haley Strain, softball. Sebastian Strauss, track and field. Jonathan Fickney, track and field. Lauren Whitfield, track and field. Cole Zion, track and field. From the current year, 25-26, we'd like to add William Bauer, alpine ski. Piper Brockman, volleyball and basketball. Ella Carlson, volleyball. Matthew Foss, basketball. Kayla Geeson, basketball. Josie Hammond, hockey. Brooklyn Keller, tennis. Reese Keller, tennis. Natalie Knutson, volleyball. Haley Newton, hockey. Catherine Nowak, alpine ski. Gabriel Peterson, Nordic ski. Linnea Ronning, cross country and Nordic ski. Violet Schultz, basketball. Benjamin Schwanke, Nordic ski. Parker Stoltz, cross country. Nora Thome, volleyball. And Sophie Torkelson, hockey. Please join me in recognizing our academic All-State athletes.
Okay, gotcha. Let's take a hard right. Thank you. Okay, up next, we'll recognize athletes who broke a school record. They'll be presented by Mr. Alex Zuzik.
All right. HHS has been a member of the Minnesota State High School League for over 75 years. Throughout that time, our school and community have experienced significant growth, both in the diverse number of programs sponsored and levels of play offered. And we have consistently high participation rates. While record keeping across generations is never perfect, most of our sports have done a great job at tracking stats and data from era to era. It is our pleasure to highlight the athletes who have broken a school record in the last year. I will introduce the athletes from the spring, and then Brianna from the fall and winter. So, athletes, please stay at the center stage until all of you are presented together. So, spring 2025, Lane Hoffman, senior, track and field, 100 meters, 10.77. Lane Hoffman, senior, track and field, 200 meters, 21.22. Sebastian Strauss, senior, track and field, 400 meters, 47.56. Eliana Magnus, track and field, 100 meters, 11.81. Eliana Magnus, senior, track and field, 200 meters, 24.58. Olivia Erickson, senior, track and field, 400 meters, 56.56. Linnea Ronning, senior, track and field, 1,600 meters, 5 minutes, 13.99 seconds. Maya Bauer, track and field, sophomore, triple jump, 36 feet and 2 inches. Lauren Whitfield, grad, track and field, discus, 145 feet and 3 inches. Carly Kordowski, grad. Eliana Magnus, senior. Jersey Appert, senior. Olivia Erickson, senior, track and field, 4x100 relay, 48.59. Carly Kordowski, grad. Olivia Erickson, senior. Jersey Appert, senior. Eliana Magnus, senior, track and field, 4x200 relay, 1 minute, 40.62 seconds. Sebastian Strauss, senior. Gunnar Hanstead, senior. Cole Zion, grad. And Lane Hoffman, senior, track and field, 4x100 relay, 42.3. Cole Zion, grad. Gunnar Hanstead, senior. Sebastian Strauss, senior. Lane Hoffman, senior, track and field, 4x200, 1 minute, 25.8 seconds. Avon Johnson, junior. Gunnar Hanstead, senior. Jonathan Vickney, grad. Sebastian Strauss, senior, track and field for the 4x400 for 3 minutes and 17.38 seconds. Gunnar Hanstead, senior. Eliana Magnus, senior. Olivia Erickson, senior. And Sebastian Strauss, senior, track and field, mixed gender, 4x4 relay, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And on to the fall 2025.
Hey, Brianna, I'm going to
Yep.
interrupt you real quick. Hold on one sec. Did you hear all those? That's a whole bunch of track and field school records. Now, real quick show of hands, individually or as a group, how many on the stage have already broken your record or someone else's from last year, this year? Raise your hand. Yeah, that's almost all of them. You're not going to see most of them next year, so give them a round of applause right now if you would. All right. All right. That's why they're chuckling up here, right? They're already new records, but that's because they keep getting faster. Okay, back to you, Brianna. Thank you.
For fall 2025, Chloe Arness, girls diving, 6 dive, 316.60. Chloe Arness, girls diving, 11 dive, 493.30. Linnea Ronning, cross country, girls 5K record, 18 minutes, 49 seconds, .3. Sienna Sanchez, soccer, most goals in a season, 27 goals. Zach Shattuck, single season rushing record, 1,878 yards. For winter 2025-26, Trey Beisel, wrestling, career takedowns 961. Ellie Levine, wrestling, most wins in a season, 34. Ellie Levine, wrestling, most takedowns in a season, 72. Ellie Levine, wrestling, career takedowns, 140. Breaking a record at a school with a long and proud athletic tradition like ours is an awesome accomplishment. Kudos to these 14 athletes who have set a new standard and broken a school record in the last year. Join me in congratulating our new school record holders.
Adam? All right, coming up next, we will recognize our college athletics commitment. Coming in hot right off the bus, head coach Ryan Stoffel. Mike's yours. And real quick, we beat Mott, correct, on the road, 4-2? Yes, we did. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
Participating in sports is a privilege for many student athletes. It is a highlight of their high school educational career. A select few have the opportunity to continue their participation after they graduate. HHS is proud to honor 17 senior students this evening who have made a commitment to play a sport in college. In doing so, they will be part of a select company. On average, only about 4% of all high school athletes compete in collegiate athletics at any level: NCAA Division I, II, III, or NAIA. Athletes, when your name is called, please step to the podium and announce to the audience what sport you will be playing and at what college or university, and then proceed to center stage for a group photo. Jersey Appert.
Soccer, track and field at St. Mary's University.
Ashton Arns.
Football, St. John's University.
Genevieve Banky.
Track and field, University of Wisconsin Stout.
Trey Beisel.
Wrestling at the University of Minnesota.
Lucy Biermeister.
Track and field at Bethel University.
Ella Carlson.
Softball at Hamlin University.
William Carey.
Cross country and track and field at St. John's.
Olivia Erickson.
Track and field at University of North Dakota.
Kason Esterby.
Wrestling at St. John's.
Matthew Foss.
Basketball at St. Olaf.
Gunnar Hanstead.
Track and field, University of Minnesota.
Tristan Herbst.
Swimming at UW La Crosse.
Brooklyn Keller. Lydia Latch.
Track and field at Bethel University.
Eliana Magnus.
Track and field at University of South Dakota.
Kyle Moronic.
Baseball at Riverland Community College.
Aiden Reuter.
Cross country and track at Bethel University.
Lene Ronning.
Cross country and track and field at St. Olaf College.
Olivia Schuster.
Track and field at the College of St. Benedict.
Sebastian Strauss.
Track and field, Bethel University.
Please join me in congratulating these athletes on their college commitment.
All right, next we will honor Athletes of the Year, be presented by Mr. Dana Strain.
In select sports, an Athlete of the Year category recognizes those individuals who are selected as conference, section, or state player of the year in their particular sport. It is my pleasure to present 3 individuals who received such honors at this time. Chloe Arness, Section 3 AA Diver of the Year. Brooklyn Keller, Metro East Conference Girls Tennis Player of the Year. And Zach Shattuck, Football Maroon Sub-District Offensive Player of the Year. In most activities, these honors are decided by a coach's nomination and vote. We are proud to honor these 3 different individuals who were selected by the coaches in their conference or section as the Athlete of the Year in their respective sports. This award is in recognition of outstanding accomplishment as flat out the best from among the great variety of different athletes competing with or against them in that entire conference or section. Join me in recognizing our conference and section Athletes of the Year.
Good. All right, up next, the State High School League Excel and AAA Awards to be presented by Mr. Chad Fikema.
I'm honored to present 2 different Minnesota State High School League awards this evening. Athletes, as you are introduced, please remain center stage until all 4 of you are there together for one photo. Excel, which stands for Excellence in Community, Education, and Leadership, is a unique Minnesota State High School League program designed exclusively for high school juniors who are active in school activities, who show leadership qualities, and who work voluntarily in their community. Each member school can honor 2 students for this recognition. It is my pleasure to present Maddie Paulson and Eli Handrick at this time.
Hold it down.
This award is presented to 1 female and 1 male as nominated and selected by our Hastings High School staff and coaches. These student athletes stand out not only for their athletic participation and accomplishments, but specifically for their impact as role models and leaders and their willingness to serve others and our school community. AAA, which stands for Academics, Athletics, and Arts, is a unique Minnesota State High School League program designed to honor high school seniors who have excelled in the classroom, on the athletic field, and in the fine arts. Each member school can honor 2 students for this recognition. It is my pleasure to present Joe Bauer and Parker Stoltz at this time. This award is presented to 1 female and 1 male, as selected by our HHS administrative and leadership team. These student athletes stand out for their unique combination of participation and accomplishment in this broad cross-section of our school community as scholars, athletes, and artists. Please join me in recognizing our Excel and AAA award winners.
All right. You got it. Thank you. Thanks, Pete. Okay, up next is Metro East Conference Academic All-Conference. Those will be presented by Becca Sorensen. Not the only team that won this afternoon.
What's that?
You're good. Carry on.
Metro East Conference recognizes seniors who achieve and maintain exemplary standards both in academics and in the classroom and on the playing field as an athlete. The MEC Academic All-Conference Awards therefore honor those 12th graders who have been named All-Conference at least 1 time during their high school career in any conference sport, and have also maintained a cumulative GPA of at least 3.65 or higher. It is my pleasure to recognize these student athletes at this time. Olivia Erickson, soccer, hockey, track and field, 3.78. Matthew Foss, football, basketball, 3.852. Tristan Herbst, swim and dive, 3.786. Brooklyn Keller, tennis, 3.939. Reese Keller, tennis, 4.0. Ellie Levine, wrestling, 3.926. Eliana Magnus, soccer, track and field, 4.0. Linnea Ronning, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field, 4.0. Olivia Schuster, track and field, 4.0. Brady Stewart, soccer, 3.711. Parker Stoltz, cross country, Nordic ski, 3.869. Sebastian Strauss, track and field, 4.0. Nora Tome, volleyball, 3.905. Sophie Torkelson, hockey, 3.993. Finn Zaruba, hockey, 3.826. As noted earlier, our athletes at HHS are by definition student athletes. While we have 200 seniors that participate in at least one sport, only 15 of them, 8% of all senior athletes, have achieved this combination standard. These individuals have accomplished the rare feat of being an accomplished athlete on the court, field, or ice by being named all-conference, while also being an accomplished scholar, as evidenced by their high GPA. Join me in congratulating our MEC Academic All-Conference recipients.
Up next are the Outstanding Senior Athlete Awards. Those will be presented by Mr. Jamie Swanson.
Hastings High School has sponsored the Outstanding Senior Athlete Award for over 30 years. This award recognizes the commitment to both multi-sport participation and varsity-level accomplishment throughout a student's high school career. This honor is given specifically to seniors who have earned 6 or more letters across 2 or more sports during their career. On average, only 15% of all senior athletes accomplish this standard. You can see in your program the total number of letters earned to date by each athlete and in what sports. It's our pleasure to present these 24 outstanding senior athletes at this time. Jersey Appert, 6 letters, soccer, track and field. Ryder Ashcraft, 6 letters, football, basketball, track and field. Trey Beisel, 6 letters, football, wrestling. Barrett Boardman, 6 letters, football, wrestling, baseball. Piper Brockman, 7 letters, volleyball, basketball, track and field. Lucy Burmeister, 6 letters, cross country, track and field. William Carey, 8 letters, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Claire Kateria, 8 letters, alpine ski, lacrosse. Finn Cullen, 7 letters, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Olivia Erickson, 11 letters, soccer, hockey, track and field. Kaysen Esterby, 7 letters, football, wrestling, lacrosse. Kaylee Geeson, 8 letters, soccer, basketball, track and field. Matthew Foss, 8 letters, football, basketball, track and field. Tristan Herbst, 13 letters, cross country, swim and dive, track and field. Ellie Levine, 7 letters, soccer, wrestling. Carter Lundstrom, 8 letters, football, basketball, baseball. Brooke Mace, 6 letters, basketball, track and field. Eliana Magnus, 10 letters, soccer, basketball, track and field. Fiona Myers, 6 letters, soccer, wrestling, track and field. Gabriel Peterson, 9 letters, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Aiden Reuter, 10 letters, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Linnea Ronning, 12 letters, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Haley Siebenaller, 6 letters, hockey, lacrosse. And Parker Stoltz, 10 letters, cross country, Nordic ski, track and field. Please join me in congratulating our outstanding senior athletes.
Okay, good, George. Thanks, bud. All right, for our final individual award category for tonight is the Athena and Apollo Awards, presented by Mr. Jason Cook.
So as Trent said, our final individual category this evening is the Athena and Apollo Award. These awards recognize the singular outstanding senior athlete, 1 female and 1 male, in the class of 2026. Consideration is given based on excellence and accomplishments in both individual and team sports throughout the duration of the student athlete's high school career and is voted on by our staff and our head coaches. It is my pleasure to present Ellie Magnus and Trey Beisel at this time. Athletes are selected by nomination and voting process by all Hastings High School head coaches. These two athletes have incredible resumes featuring a combined 16 varsity letters, 19 all-conference awards, 8 section champions, and 9 school records. Join me in congratulating our Athena and Apollo Award winners.
Okay, we're going to pivot to team awards, and at this time, I'd like to invite our boys track and field team to center stage. Come on down, fellas. Girls track and field can post up right behind them. As noted, our HHS sports teams compete in the Metro East Conference, featuring 8 boys schools and 9 girls schools. In a given year, a sports team at this high school has about a 12% chance of winning a conference championship. In traditional team sports, team champs are determined based on head-to-head win-loss records from a single or a double round-robin format throughout the season. In traditional individual sports, team champs are determined by an end-of-season meet or tournament. And in the past year, we were proud to have 4 teams earn the top spot and claim the Metro East Conference Championship in their sport. It's my pleasure to recognize those teams at this time. We're going to start with boys track and field. This team was well-rounded and yet a highly accomplished group. They scored points in 15 of the 18 possible events at the conference meet and had several events in which all 3 athletes scored in that particular event. Winning by a 25-point margin and scoring a total of 153.5 points, this was the boys' 3rd consecutive conference championship. They worked together to contribute to the overall team score, even if it meant competing in events that were not their normal or individual best. These young men were selfless and team-oriented and showed by their collective outstanding performance at the conference meet. Join me in congratulating boys track and field. All right, up next is girls track and field. This was an extremely well-rounded team, with athletes scoring in every single event out of the 18 at the conference meet. Athletes were willing to do events that were outside of their comfort zone in order to help the team score as many points as possible. In addition, this group was able to set 9 new school records throughout the season. They were described as a fun and enjoyable group of girls to work with that came to practice each day to work hard and have fun. This was the 2nd consecutive Metro East Conference title for the girls. Please join me in congratulating girls track and field. Girls cross country, already ready to go. We got a little theme right there, okay? This team was defined by huge improvement over the course of the season. Every single member of the team actually had their best race of the season at that point at the conference meet, with some runners running personal bests of over 1 minute, which was the difference in a close race that was won by just 6 points. Please join me in congratulating girls cross country team. All right, up next, boys Nordic ski. This team was defined by experience. 5 of the 7 varsity skiers were seniors, with some competing for this team since middle school. The team was dominant in conference competition all season, going undefeated in conference races, and had 6 skiers finish in the top 11 spots at the championship meet. Please join me in congratulating boys Nordic ski. Thanks, buddy. All right, so congrats to our conference championship teams. Next, I'd invite our varsity boys basketball team to step to the stage first. As we have highlighted multiple times this evening, Hastings High School sponsors education-based sports programs. Our kids are required and expected to be students first, then athletes, and they manage a variety of schedules and responsibilities. We have 2 teams that did it better than any other team in their section this year, and it's my pleasure to recognize those teams at this time. First is our varsity boys basketball team. They were the Section 3 4A academic team champions with a team GPA of 3.62, making them the highest from among the 8 teams in their competitive section, for the 4th consecutive year and the 6th time in the last 9 years. The cumulative GPA from every player on the postseason section roster counts towards that average GPA, which speaks towards the depth of academic strengths throughout the entire roster. Join me in congratulating our boys basketball team. Gotcha. All right, next we'll invite the girls wrestling team to center stage. Our girls wrestling team were academic team state champs with a whopping cumulative GPA of 3.856. Like basketball, the cumulative GPA from every athlete on their postseason tournament roster counts towards that average GPA, which again speaks to the dynamics and the depth of academic strengths on this roster. Join me in congratulating the girls wrestling team. Awesome. All right, up next we'll recognize team section champions and state participants. So wrestling team, come on down. The Minnesota State High School League manages all postseason section and state tournaments across the state. While some sports like skiing have a single class that all teams in that sport compete in, other sports like hockey have 2 classes, track and field has 3, basketball has 4, and so on. The number of classes are determined by a Minnesota State High School League formula to respond to the total number of schools in the state that sponsor that sport. Hastings is number 63 by enrollment in the state of Minnesota, which literally makes us a small, big school in the sense that for all but 5 sports, we remain a part of the largest competitive class in the state where the top 64 teams participate. With a few exceptions, our teams routinely compete in Section 3 tournaments, meaning we compete against mostly Dakota County schools like Eastview, Apple Valley, or Rosemont, and at times schools just to the north and east like Park or Eastridge. On average, our sports teams have a 10% chance of winning their section tournament to advance to compete at the state tournament. Overall, our teams have less than a 2% chance of winning the entire state tournament. This year, our wrestling team won the section for the 7th consecutive year and the 10th time in the last 11 years. They defeated Park 50-21 in the section semifinals, and then in the finals defeated St. Thomas Academy 58-13. At the State High School League state tournament, they earned the 4th seed and defeated Elk River 45-23 in the quarterfinal round. They were defeated by St. Michael Albertville and Stillwater to earn a 4th place finish overall. And going undefeated throughout the postseason were Beckett Edstrom, Grant Cook, Trey Beisel, Mark Svoboda, and Elijah Christopher. Please join me in congratulating our wrestling team. Doctor, you can relax in. All right, now we will recognize our team state champions. So I would invite our boys track and field team to the center of the stage. As you noticed by about 52 slides earlier, this is a pretty fast and talented group. Comments from head coach Jason Cook notes that this was an extremely talented group of young men that pushed themselves each and every day to be the best they could be and never accepted anything as good enough. Always putting in the extra time, they pushed each other to new levels of achievement, setting 7 new school records as a group and winning the first ever state championship for Hastings High School in boys track and field. An unbelievably gifted group of guys and an absolutely great team to coach. This is a group that was proud to claim the 14th team state title in school history and will leave many memories and a lasting impact on Hastings track and field. Join me in congratulating them. Well done. Okay, we are going to have some fun. Nolan, come on down to center stage, man. There you go, buddy. Okay, Hastings is a proud member of the Dakota Hawks United Adaptive Athletic Program. The Hawks serve middle and high school students with disabilities across Dakota County and high schools, providing an inclusive, competitive opportunity in floor hockey, soccer, and softball through both cognitive and physical divisions. By removing barriers and building connections, the Hawks ensure that every student has a chance to compete, belong, and thrive. A true model of inclusion and excellence, the Hawks have earned 11 Minnesota State High School League Adapted State Championships over the past 20 years, including 2 within the last year, and we're excited to recognize those teams tonight. Our own Nolan St. Salver has been the lone Hastings High School student on the Hawks since the fall of 2024, and just wait till you hear about it. This is pretty rad stuff. You thought Adam Gerlach's bio was pretty long, get ready for Nolan's, okay? So first, the Hawks were the 2025 CI Adapted Softball State Champions last spring. They defeated New Prague 4-2 in a championship game that featured incredible defensive plays on both sides from start to finish. The Hawks used a long ball as they went back-to-back with home runs over the fence, including one by Nolan, to give them the final margin of victory. So let's start by congratulating Nolan and the Hawks on the softball state tournament. Okay, then Hawks CI Soccer put together an incredible 3 games at the state tournament this past fall, including knocking off what was a previously undefeated Buffalo St. Michael Monticello team, and then they avenged a previous early season loss in the championship game to South Washington County to claim the fall of 2025 state championship. This was the second straight CI Soccer State Championship for the Hawks. Nolan St. Salver scored 11 goals in 3 tournament games, including all 5 in the Hawks' 5-1 state title game victory. So join me in congratulating Nolan and the Hawks on their second state tournament. You're good, buddy. Okay, next I would like to invite girls wrestling back up to the stage. Here we go. So Hastings girls wrestling team competed at the 2nd annual Minnesota Wrestling Coaches Association Girls Dual State Tournament this winter. Girls wrestling is not yet its own independent Minnesota State High School League sport. While there is a league-sponsored individual state tournament for girls, a team dual tournament is likely still a couple years away. For that reason, the Coaches Association sponsors a team dual state tournament. Hastings has a girls wrestling participation rate that ranks in the top 5 of the state with over 35 girls, and we're excited to enter a full team into this year's event, which featured 16 teams from across the state. In the first round, they defeated Coon Rapids 60-15. In the second round, they defeated Pine Island 66-12. In the semifinals, defeated St. Michael Albertville 48-29. And finally, in the finals, they kind of got a close match and defeated Chatfield 39-30 to earn Hastings High School their first ever girls dual state championship. Overall, on the day, the girls recorded 27 pins, and they finished the season with an overall dual record of 36-16. Join me in congratulating the girls wrestling team. There you go, Allie. You got it, buddy. There's a piano back here. There's an obstacle course. I don't know if you can hear it out there. I can hear it up here. They're entertaining themselves. Okay, we're going to shift into Coach of the Year recognition. HHS has over 100 coaches that serve in a variety of capacities as head and assistant coaches across all 3 seasons. Over half our coaches have over a decade of high school coaching experience. A third coach more than one sport. Over a third are professional educators. All coaches at all levels engage in why we play and inside-out professional development and meet required state high school league continuing education standards. Head coaches in particular complete additional state requirements to serve in that role, and they also engage in ongoing professional development here at the high school, which even includes head coach breakfast sessions 4 times a year that start at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's a passionate, dedicated group of purpose-driven coaches that serve our kids in this community, and we are lucky to have them. There are many conference and section sports that sponsor a Coach of the Year award for assistants and or head coaches. Winners are selected by a vote of the coaches in that conference or in that section, which demonstrates the high respect of their peers. In the last year, our high school is proud to have 8 different coaches who were honored as a Coach of the Year, and we will recognize them at this time. I will introduce the coach and their student presenter, or students in some cases. And when your names are called, just step up over to the podium. And coaches, after you're introduced, please move to center stage. We'll take a photo of the group after the last coach is recognized. So, first we're going to recognize Brianna Arness, and she is going to be presented by Mari Hall, Chloe Arness, and Greta Larson. Ladies, take it away.
I
I have had the privilege of having Brianna as a coach since I was in 5th grade. She has been such an influential figure in my life because she has taught me to work hard even when things are challenging.
She's coached me so many years. She coached me all the way through state, and she's very encouraging and always knows what to say.
I'm so thankful to have been coached by Coach Brianna. If you look at your program, this is actually the second time that she's been honored in 2 years. She's an amazing coach. In addition to that, she also has put the time and effort into building the program through the middle school team, where us high schoolers get to also coach the newbies, which is really exciting. And she also has our mantra before every single meet. She tells us to have fun and be safe, because it's not just about winning, it's about making connections and having fun. And she's the best coach I could have asked for, and I just want to say thank you.
All right, one more time for Brianna Arness. All right, he's not able to be here tonight, but we're still going to recognize Mr. Tim Hanneberg, and he's going to be presented by Ellie Levine.
Hi, I just want to take a quick moment to talk about someone who's had a huge impact on our team, Coach Tim Hanneberg. What really stands out about Coach Tim is how he balances leading both the girls and the boys wrestling team. It's not an easy job, but he makes it look like it is. He gives both teams his time, energy, and support and makes sure everyone feels like they matter. He is also a big reason our girls team is what it is today. Honestly, a lot of us probably wouldn't even be here without him. He didn't just suggest we join, he kept pushing, encouraging, and kind of nagging until we gave in. And looking back, I think we're all really glad he did. And I think coaching all of us girls has rubbed off on him a little, in a good way. We've probably made him a little more patient, but maybe a little softer. But honestly, that just makes him an even better coach for all of us. Coach Tim makes sure we're always prepared. He fills our schedule with tough opportunities that challenge us and get us ready for our bigger goals. And sometimes that means weekends with 3 tournaments back to back, where I think all of us genuinely wonder if we're going to survive. But those are the moments that make us tougher and brought us closer as a team. And through it all, he reminds us that it's not just about winning every match, it's about the progress we make and the experience we gain along the way. So Coach Tim, thank you for believing in us, pushing us, and helping us build this team into what it is today.
All right. And real quick, I think it's fair to mention, it's not noted in your program, but Tim was not only the section wrestling coach of the year, but also the state coach of the year, and that's a repeat award for both those categories, which puts him in some incredible rare air. So a tribute to him, that sport, his assistant coaching staff, and all those kids. Coming up next, we are going to recognize Jason Cook. He's going to be presented by Ryder Ashcraft. Here we go.
So as Trent said, my name is Ryder Ashcraft, and I've been given the opportunity to speak on behalf of Coach Cook. I've known Cook for many years and in many ways. I played for him during football, I ran for him in track, and he's invested in me and other students through programs like Raiders Express and FCA. Which brings me to the thing that I wanted to highlight most about Coach Cook. He is present, consistent, and compassionate. He shows up every single time. I've been in the room more times than I can count, where I'm just watching him invest in the lives of students who need someone to talk to. Not a coach, not someone just to tell them how to be faster, how to be stronger, but how to live their life better. He's someone you can count on. He's willing to get down on our level and sit us through whatever punches life is throwing. In this way, he's one of the most caring people I've ever met. Cook embodies the standard of living and excellence I think we should all strive for. Loving others well, doing life honorably, and getting up every day to work hard. That's his second nature. I can say with 100% confidence that the example you set has made our school a better place. You're the kind of man that our athletes and students aspire to become, certainly that I've aspired to become. On behalf of your athletes who you've led faithfully and constantly, thank you not only for the championships, records, and successes you've prepared us for, but for becoming a true friend and mentor along the way.
All right, next we will recognize Pete Crayons. He'll be presented by Trey Beisel and Kason Esterby.
My grandpa, or Pete Crayons, is a 1975 Hastings High School graduate and has been coaching for 30 years. During this time period, Pete has coached 177 state qualifiers, 87 all-state wrestlers, 8 state champions, 13 state tournament teams, and 2 state champion teams in 1996 and 2023. While the accolades as a coach are many, he has never wanted a single dollar to help coaches, others, and continuously gives his time and energy to every wrestler that wears the Hastings singlet. Pete has also had many highlights as a coach, but the most special one has been the opportunity to coach both his grandsons, my brother Blake and myself, in the state championship matches, helping us to win 3 total state titles. Pete lives out Hastings wrestling 2 core values on a daily basis, having a positive mental attitude and having a strong work ethic. Having my grandpa represent Hastings in such a great way showed there's no better example than Pete Kranz. Thank you.
Pete, he's always in the room. He's always helping out. It doesn't matter your skill level or how many years you've been wrestling. He's always got something to help out, either that's tape, a fingernail clipper right before your match, or making sure your shoelaces are tied. He's always there to help out, and I'm thankful for that.
All right, up next, we'll recognize Joe Rebay. He'll be presented by Linnea Ronning and Olivia Schuster.
I'm Linnea Ronning. And I'm Olivia Schuster. And we are so happy to present this award to Coach Rebay. He is so deserving of this award, and we've had the privilege of being coached by him throughout all of high school, and he's such a supportive and motivating coach.
He cares about each individual person on the team equally and creates a positive and fun team atmosphere. He is very dedicated to helping us in any way, every day at practice. Congratulations on receiving this award.
All right, up next we'll recognize Kayla Sohn. She's going to be presented by Miley Pagel and Kate Marthaler.
I've had the privilege of knowing Kayla for most of my life, although she may have not realized it at the time. I first met her when I was 8 years old at the Minnesota Vikings cheerleader minicamp, where she was a Vikings cheerleader. 6 years later, that same person became my coach here at Hastings. Over the past 5 years, Kayla has helped grow and build our dance program from the ground up. She has poured her heart into this team and shared her passion for dance with every athlete who has come through it. Because of her dedication, we have not only grown as dancers, but as a program, which led us to competing at the MSHS level for over the last 2 years. It has truly been an honor to be coached by someone who leads with such compassion, commitment, and heart.
Kayla is a coach who pushes everyone to not only be better dancers, but also the best people we can be. She's such a favorable person to be around and will make any environment positive. Kayla has such a loving desire and passion for what she does, and it shows through all of her hard work that she puts into the team. She's a very selfless person by making sure that everyone is safe, taken care of, and seen. Being a leader is one of the most important things while being a coach, and that is the first word I would use to describe Kayla. She has empathy for every one of her dancers and for everyone around her. One impact that Kayla has made as being a coach is pushing everyone to their full potential and for giving everyone a chance to shine while dancing. She reminds us why we are all here. She also reminds us why being pushed is a privilege. Kayla makes sure that each and every one of us keeps our head held high and gives dancing each routine our best effort.
All right, coming up next is Marissa Welch. We're going to recognize her. She's actually coaches 2 seasons, getting 2 awards. We're only going to make you come up once. But she's going to be presented by Madeline Kirk.
It is a huge privilege to introduce Coach Marissa to you today. Coach Marissa has been someone I have looked up to as a person in my 10 years of playing tennis. She started my love for tennis with a few little drills way back in kindergarten. Having the opportunity to be a part of the high school tennis team, Coach Marissa continues to share 4 themes through her love of coaching and tennis. Number 1, support. Whether it be in tennis or in someone's life, she is always ready to listen and cheer a person on in whatever they decide, but also give advice when the time is right. Number 2, develops the whole person while also developing a strong team player. Sometimes the skills might be tennis-based, but sometimes it is a team-building activity. Whatever it is, there is always meaning behind it and a lesson to learn from. Number 3, grit, pushing you to work hard and find the meaning in what you're doing. Coach Marissa does not only push a person to do their best physically, but also mentally. When a match gets hard, she tells you to play harder. And when life gets overwhelming, she is ready to help you through it. Number 4, positivity and belief. Marissa's positive mindset when something gets hard makes a person want to work for it. She believes that a person has the skills to accomplish a goal and is always encouraging no matter the circumstance. Coach Marissa deserves this award because of the dedication and authenticity that she brings to the whole tennis program. Congratulations, Coach Marissa, on being head coach of the girls' tennis team this fall and assistant coach of the boys' 24-25 spring season.
All right, up next, Coach Alex Zuzik is going to be presented by Sophia Johnson.
Coach Alex is one of the most fun, encouraging, and amazing coaches I've ever had. He always knows how to get us hyped up for a match, no matter how hard the opponent is, and he makes practice fun and engaging with jokes and games and playful banter. I joined tennis a bit later than a lot of my teammates did, but Alex was a huge motivator for me and helped me gain passion and skill throughout the years. He made sure I stuck with it and had fun while I was doing it. I've also had the pleasure of playing on his summer team twice, and both times it has made my summers even more fun. He will correct you if you do something wrong, but not in a berating way. He is helpful and patient and also pushes us to be our best every single step of the way. He's one of the most amazing people and more than deserves this award for his stellar coaching. Congratulations, Coach Alex, on this well-deserved accomplishment of Girls Tennis Assistant Coach of the Year.
Okay, our final award this evening is the induction of a new member into our Raiders Athletics Wall of Honor. The Raiders Wall of Honor recognizes individuals for distinguished service and contributions to the athletic programs at Hastings High School in any leadership role: coach, official, event staff, secretary, administrator, media, and more. Initiated in 2016, we add honorees every few years. Selected individuals are presented to the community in person. We also hang a plaque that features a photo and a bio on the recognition wall in the fieldhouse. The HHS Athletic Office maintains oversight of the Wall of Honor as the singular decision maker about the process and those selected for the recognition. There's currently 15 people recognized on that Wall of Honor, and this class of 2026 makes the total inductees to date at 16. He's always Johnny on the spot. I was going to ask you to welcome Pete up to the stage. He's already here, so here we go. We both have a Timberwolves game to watch. Can you tell he's been watching his clock? Here we got, no, it's all good. Okay. Pete McGinnis graduated from Hastings High School in 1984, where he participated in football, basketball, and baseball. He graduated from the University of Wisconsin River Falls, majoring in physical education with a minor in health education, and later earned his Master's of Education from St. Mary's University in Winona. Pete taught middle school physical education and health in Hastings for 34 years, impacting more than 10,000 students throughout his career. He also served as the middle school athletic director for 8 years and officiated basketball, football, and soccer. In addition, he contributed to organizing athletic events and supporting students' overall athletic development at a crucial stage in their life. Pete began his coaching career in 1987, and at the time of this particular recognition, he's completed 39 years of coaching. Over the years, he has served in a variety of roles that include coaching varsity, B squad, and middle school football, where he's a member of the coaching staff for the 2001 state championship team. He also served as a varsity assistant coach for both boys and girls basketball and coached 10th grade and middle school basketball. Additionally, he coached middle school baseball and track, served as the varsity boys golf coach for 24 years, and has been the golf assistant coach for the past 6. Pete led the varsity boys golf team to 5 state tournament appearances, coached numerous individual qualifiers and 4 conference championships. He was named Section Coach of the Year 5 times and Conference Coach of the Year 4 times. Pete also helped start the Raiders Express Summer Strength and Speed program, which continues today, and was a member of the Little Raiders football board. He also served on the fundraising committee that helped renovate Todd Field at McNamara Stadium and he put in the automatic lights so he doesn't get a phone call from me to turn them off all the time when they're lighting up his neighborhood. Pete would like to thank all the coaches, athletic directors, student athletes, and parents he has worked with over the past 39 years. He feels fortunate to have been part of such an incredible community. Pete and his wife Angie raised 2 children, Grace, a 2021 graduate who is now teaching at Egan High School, and their son Thomas, a 2024 graduate who attends the University of St. Thomas and plays football. He's especially grateful to Angie, Grace, and Thomas for their support throughout his career and his commitment to providing opportunities for others. Pete was recently also recognized as the ISD 200 Employee of the Year, and while he's retiring from teaching, we're not letting him retire from coaching. We're going to hold on to him for a while. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Pete McGinnis. Guy. All right, we have reached the conclusion of our event. I have just a few final comments to close. First, we've got multiple media here that have helped capture the event, including Dennis Beck Photography, HCTV 14's got their whole crew here, the Hastings Journal and KDWA both cruised through as well. We'll post an archive linked to the live stream on our athletics website and send out a direct link for photos later this week. So I'd like to recognize all these people and their organizations and efforts in shining a spotlight on these kids. So please join me in a round of applause for all the people that you see. Thank you. Next is to extend my sincere gratitude to those who shared in the development and actual execution of the event. Our head coaches in particular contribute significantly into the planning and the proofing and of course in the presenting. They literally represent the vision every day out on the courts and fields and ice. We had a large group of presenters who stepped up and stepped forward at the mic. We enjoyed a great guest message from Adam Gerlach. Katie McAlpin presented certificates while Jeannie Castle somehow organized every single group, large and small, for presentation at the side of the stage. And Kara Anderson in particular, way up in the booth, supports our use of this awesome space with the sound, the light, the tech, and everything else that we need. For all of those people, please join me by saying thank you with a round of applause. All right, we also had a dynamic duo that really did all the heavy lifting in preparation for tonight, which includes the printed program, the slide deck, the photos, and more, and that includes our athletic secretary, Christine Cook, who I think snuck out of here already. Or not. Oh, she is back there. Yep, we're going to embarrass her. Christina, you can wave. Well done. We're going to give you some claps on your own for lifting it up. Thank you. And the toughest job in the house, keeping the slides on track, is Paul Olson right down here in front. Let's throw Paul a round of applause, please, for all of his help. Thank you. Okay, and then finally, on behalf of our athletes, our coaches, and our programs, a huge thank you goes to our families, to the parents, and to the broader community of Hastings. Your pride and passion for high school athletics continues to fuel strong, successful, holistic, and highly respected programs. We're grateful for your support. We share the journey and all successes with you. We are proud of our athletic tradition, and we're certainly excited as we look ahead to the future. And finally, to the athletes and teams, man, this is a job well done. This is the longest program we've had in 4 years, and there's a reason why. The kids filled it up, all right? We love to watch you play. We love to watch you compete. We love to watch you grow. Congratulations not only for what you've accomplished, but for how you do it with integrity and grit and class. This concludes our event. Thank you for coming. Go Raiders.